Tomorrow night, the NFL draft begins, and you can watch it right here on Denver 7. And we expect this to be unlike anything we've ever seen. Players, coaching staff, general managers, everyone will be appearing virtually.
And of course, the question on all of our minds, who will the Broncos pick in the first round? And everybody has an opinion, and that is why sports anchor Nick Rothschild tonight is going 360.
The NFL Draft is a made-for-TV spectacle that's getting turned up to 12 this year. Roger Goodell's announcing picks from his basement. Everyone's stuck at home. At the very least, we're sure to get some great moments from this virtual draft. To help prepare for this unprecedented event, we're going 360 with some of the best and brightest minds from around the country to help answer three simple questions. Number one, how interested are we in the draft? Number two, how important is this draft for the Broncos? And number three, most critically, who will John Elway select in the first round? Now to our all-star cast. We, of course, have the experts, the insiders. We've got our stable of Broncos, both past and present players. And then there's what I like to call the peanut gallery. Football fans with perspectives from all walks of life. How interested in the draft are you? Be honest.
Yeah, not really, no.
Not everyone loves the draft.
It's very much overhyped. It's very overdone. I think it's fitting that this year everyone has to do it from their basement, like they're drafting a fantasy football team.
Fans like Dan Mormon don't want football getting in the way of their spring. But this year, some fans are feeling like Lindsay Polaris.
Like, oh, give me sports, give me sports.
Now this isn't right.
You just don't need to be so close to the camera.
We ruined the Zoom!
A lot of people see it from a completely different perspective. They're looking forward to the comedic opportunities of a virtual draft.
It'd be funny if someone gets drafted to a team they don't want to and just cut their internet. Be like, oh no, I don't know what happened.
I kind of want to see like what Roger Goodell's basement looks like. Like I really want to know like what he's looking like. I mean, is there like an unfinished wall in his basement that he's like meaning to get to and like he can't get to it? Is there like a Bowflex in the background that's actually double as a coat rack?
Even our Broncos insider Troy Rank and former Bronco Tyler Columbus are looking forward to the funny.
Let's be honest, there's going to be some awkward moments.
I'm picturing John Elway being on the clock, and they're like, hey, John, who do you select? John, you got to turn the mic on, John. John, no, we can see you, we can't hear you, you know.
Once we get the Zoom calls figured out, it's time for the Broncos to get to work.
There's a lot of work to be done.
Nikki Jabvala's covered the team for 7 years. From her perspective, this year's draft is critical.
I think this one is especially important just because of where they're at. The fact that John Elway has 2 years left on this contract. They might have finally found their quarterback of the future in Drew Lock, but they're still coming off 3 consecutive losing seasons.
Our own Broncos insider agrees John Elway has to get this one right.
Fans aren't used to this losing. 4 straight years without a playoff berth. 3 straight losing seasons for the first time since 1963 to 72. That drought. I mean, they are hell-bent on getting back to the postseason.
Now for the fun part. Who should the Broncos pick 15th overall in the first round? Everyone's got an opinion.
I would go Henry Ruggs in the first round at 15.
I want them to get Ruggs, the wide receiver from Bama. Have you seen his basketball tape from high school?
Oh, yeah.
He is unbelievable.
Well, I'm going to go run then.
There you go. There you go.
So if Ruggs is there from Alabama, maybe that's the guy that you go with. Maybe that's the guy you try and target.
The early favorite is electric playmaking wide receiver Henry Ruggs. But not everyone likes the flashy pick. Some folks want more beef.
Go with Wirfs. I just think the need is greater.
It's Tristan Wirfs. He is something unique. He is something special.
I would go after Andrew Thomas, the left tackle from Georgia. Not only is he physically gifted, really a very smart football player.
Of course the former linemen want more linemen. What else you guys got?
Jerry Jeudy. I'm going with Jerry Jeudy.
I'd say CeCe Lamb. I like him a lot.
Just his name or?
Just his name. My Mandarin nickname means lamb, so I just had to connect.
Maybe Malik Harrison at linebacker. Maybe you get somebody from Ohio State, one of those guys.
I want Thaddeus Moss. People still call it getting mossed when someone gets jumped over. I mean, there's a reason. So, you know, if he's a quarter of the athlete his dad was, I think we'd be in a good spot.
In my mind, if the Broncos do not trade up in the first round to take Air Force kicker Jake Conkey, I think that is a massive, massive failure on their end.
I think the chips are going to fall. I think they go with Joe Burrow, number 15.
All right, enough. That's where I got to cut you off. Hopefully, we're feeling a bit more prepared for Thursday night. And if not, we can always fall back on laughing at the coaches.
I was going to say Andy Reid will be like in an Hawaiian shirt.
Bill Belichick is going to have frustrations.
Your boy Vic Fangio really is standing out to me. I'm worried for his sake.
Nick Rothschild, Denver 7 Sports.